Look at your hand. Not the fingers, the segments. There are 12 of them, 3 on each finger, and that small anatomical fact is the reason a dozen eggs costs what it costs. Eggs come in 12s, inches in a foot, 12, hours on a clock face, 12, twice, donuts, months, jurors. The number keeps showing up in places that have nothing to do with each other, which is strange, because we count in tens. Our entire number system is base 10. So why does 12 keep refusing to leave? The story starts in Mesopotamia, roughly 4,000 years ago. Sumerian and Babylonian traders needed a counting system for grain, oil, and livestock, quantities that had to be split repeatedly without arguments. And here's the trick. 10 only divides cleanly by 2 and 5. 12 divides by 2, 3, 4, and 6. If you're a Babylonian merchant splitting a sack of barley between 3 sons, or 4 creditors, or 6 villages, 12 is simply a better unit. 10 leaves you doing fractions in the dirt. Then they did something even stranger. They counted on their hands, but with the thumb touching the 3 segments of each finger. 4 fingers, 3 segments, 12. Use the other hand to count groups of 12, and you get 60, which is why an hour has 60 minutes, why a circle has 360 degrees, why the day was split into 12 hours of light and 12 of dark. These weren't separate decisions. They were the same decision, made once, then copied by the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, every empire that traded with the last one. The Romans handed us inches and feet. 12 inches in a foot, directly inherited. The word ounce and the word inch share a root, uncia, meaning 1/12. Then came the medieval guilds. Bakers, brewers, cloth merchants, they needed standard quantities. Quantities that could be inspected, taxed, and verified across borders. And the unit they kept reaching for was the dozen. 12 loaves, 12 yards of cloth, 12 to a gross, which is 12 dozens, or 144. The English Bakers Guild even gave us the phrase baker's dozen, 13, because shorting a customer on account of 12 carried real penalties. The number had legal weight. Then the metric system arrived. France, 1795. A clean sweep, everything in tens. Logical, rational, universal. And it did replace a lot, but not everything. The clock didn't budge. The calendar didn't budge. Eggs are still sold in 12s in countries that have used metric for 2 centuries. Because the dozen wasn't just a number, it was infrastructure. Cartons were built for 12. Crates were sized for 12. Pricing, packaging, shipping, all calibrated. Replacing the number means replacing the carton, the crate, the shelf, the order form, and the habit, which costs more than anyone wants to pay. So it stays. So the next time you buy a dozen eggs, or glance at a clock, or measure something in inches, you're using a counting system designed for splitting grain in a city that no longer exists by people who counted on their knuckles. Metric won the argument. 12 won the habit. And habit, it turns out, is harder to legislate than math. Count your knuckles tonight. 12. Same hand the Babylonians had. Same number we're still using.